ICD-10-CM, JJ-10B, Guidelines, page 49, part 8.
Number 4, placeholder character.
Okay, this is a new thing in ICD-10 because there was no placeholder character in ICD-9. This is a totally new thing for ICD-10. And let's explain what it is. The ICD-10-CM uses a placeholder character, an X. The X is used as a placeholder at certain codes to allow for future expansion. Okay? Read the second one.
An example of this is at the poisoning, adverse effect, and underdosing codes, categories T36 through T50.
Yeah, if you read all the codes from T36 to T50, you're going to find a lot of X's there inside the codes. Okay, and what does it mean? When a placeholder exists, the X must be used in order for the code to be considered a valid code. Okay, let's explain what this is. For example, this is the code for toxic effect of alcohol by fusel oil, and that is unintentional, okay? So the code is T51.3X1. Let's explain the whole code. T51 is toxic effect of alcohol. That's what it means. Then you go analyze it. The next character, this one represents the etiology, which means how this effect originated, right? In this case, it's by fusel oil, right? The fifth character represents the anatomical part. Where does this affect? Since this affects the whole body, there's no anatomical part. So that's why we don't have a code for this. So we put a placeholder, which is the X, because we have to get to the sixth character, which means the severity, right? We can't leave it empty because the machines won't recognize it. We have to put that's why it's called a placeholder. The X doesn't mean anything, it's just holding a place there. Because it doesn't mean anything because this particular condition doesn't affect any particular body part, if it affects the whole body. So that's why we need a placeholder there. So the X is a placeholder, which means that here goes the anatomical part, but we don't have any value for it, so we put an X. And then the sixth character is the severity, how severe or the degree that the effect is characterized, and in this case is unintentional. Right, so the 1 represents unintentional. So that's the reason why I have a placeholder here, because there's no value for this, but we can't put the 1 here because the fifth place is for body part and the sixth place is for severity. So that's why we place a placeholder there. Okay, and this is the part of the table when you're gonna find a lot of these placeholders, right? The table of drugs and chemicals, right? And it tells you right here from T36 to T50, okay? So you can review those. That's our theory for today. Now let's do a problem. Ready, set, go. Okay, ICD-10 JJ-10A, page 364, exercise 17, and this is a level 1 exercise, and it reads like this.
Congenital nevus flammeus.
Congenital nevus flammeus. Okay, so that's our diagnosis. Now we're going to count to 3 so you can give us the ICD-10 code for this diagnosis. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is Q82.5. You got that? If you got it, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a tip and explanation on what it is. What is this diagnosis? Okay, the tip is that you start with
Nevus.
Nevus. What's a nevus? A nevus is a coloration on the skin. When part of your skin is black or is dark, that's a coloration. That's called a nevus. All right. Now, a port wine stain or nevus flammeus is also called a fire mark. It's almost always a birthmark, right? So this is a birthmark. It means that's why it's congenital. Whenever you're born, you already have this nevus, this black coloration, right? In rare cases, it can develop in early childhood. In some cases, you don't have it when you're born, but you develop it early in childhood, okay? So this is the condition, and we gave you already a tip how to start looking for it, and we gave you the answer, Q82.5. So with all these tips, you should be able to give us the path, how we got to the answer. So we're going to count to 3 so you can pause the video and give us the path. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the summary of the whole problem. The diagnosis is a congenital nevus flammeus. There's only one code, and the code 1 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to nevus.
You start with nevus.
Then you go to flammeus.
You go to flammeus, and then you find what?
Q82.5.
That's the code that you find right next to flammeus, right?
Okay.
And now we're going to check this code in the tabular. So you go to the tabular, and the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
Q82.
Right, you go to the tabular and you start with Q82. What's Q82?
Other congenital malformations of skin.
Other congenital malformations of the skin. It means some defects in the skin that are present when you are born, right? So we add one more character from the index, which is 5. What is that?
Congenital non-neoplastic nevus.
Nevus, right? And now this asterisk means that there's you have to go one line. One line here, and another line here, and the third line, you're going to find this, flammeus nevus, which means that this belongs, all the lines belong to the same code, but this exactly is the one that we need, flammeus nevus, right? That's why we have an equal sign there, and the answer is Q82.5, okay? So thanks for watching, and please don't forget to visit our website, and also
you can subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
Right, just click in the red rectangle that says subscribe, and you'll be subscribed to our videos. And what do they get?
You will get up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10s, CBTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, thank you so much for watching then. Don't forget to visit our website and subscribe. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.